Uh-oh, you've all heard we're in a real estate shift. But is this the same shift that we saw back in 2007, or I should say crash that we saw back in 2007? On this month's episode, I'm gonna break it all down for you guys. Here we go. Well guys, this is not me being biased and talking about what I think is gonna unfold. This is me looking at the data and determining why this is not the same scenario that we were in 2007. So here's some of the facts that I found. First and foremost, lending guidelines. Lending guidelines are extremely more tight now compared to then. I mean, there were people getting loans for their dogs in 2007. The average credit score back then was in the 6s or 600s. You know, our average credit score right now is in the 750 range. So a big difference in lending guidelines from then until now. So the second stat that really jumped out at me is definitely the amount of equity that people have. There was a recent study done, and it calculated that only 2.5% of homeowners right now have less than 10% equity in their home. Now, back in 2007, there was somewhere around 35% of homeowners had less than 10% equity in their home, and that was before prices started to come down. So there's a big difference there in equity. And homeowners that are sitting in their home with a 3% interest rate or a 3.5% interest rate, they're not going to be inclined to give up that equity. So I don't think we're going to see homeowners really fire sale just because they think the market's going to correct. We're just not going to see that. People are going to hold on to that because, well, as we know, real estate is the #1 investment for the normal American citizen out there. So they're not going to be giving up that equity. Another stat that really jumped out to me, guys, is the amount of adjustable rate mortgages that are out there. Back in 2007, ARM loans made up 36% of the loans that were currently being utilized. Right now, that's all the way down to about 8%. Furthermore, most of our ARM loans are what are called 7/1 ARMs, and that's a 7-year locked rate with an adjustable rate after that. Well, majority of those folks took advantage of the 2.5%, 3.5% mortgages that we've had in the recent years. So a lot of these loans aren't going to adjust for another 5 or 6 years. So we do not have to worry about that. Okay, so what could happen, right? It can't all be positive, but there's definitely a big gap from what we're seeing in today's market than what we saw in 2007. But what could happen? Well, definitely we could see inventory levels creep up. With these higher interest rates, we're seeing a lot of buyers back out of the market. So that will naturally just increase our inventory, but honestly, we needed it. We couldn't sustain this 10, 20% appreciation year over year. It's just not sustainable, so we needed to slow down. So personally, I think we're in more of a healthy market, balanced market, give buyers an opportunity to actually find a home that they might love and enjoy, and also make sellers, you know, take the time to get their properties ready, to price them right, not overpriced right now. So I definitely think we're shifting into more of a healthy market, but we could see more inventory come, less demand if these interest rates stay where they are or go up even higher, and we could see prices adjust a little bit. But honestly, I don't think it's anything for us to, you know, really worry about, because I don't think it'll be that great. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to myself or anybody here on the True Local team. All right, take care.